I was 19 and visiting my sister in Boston on a break from college, and I went to her apartment, and on the wall was this painting of Girl with a Pearl Earring, a poster of it. And I took one look. I'd never seen it before, and I was completely smitten. And it's been with me ever since. Wherever I've gone, even if I've gone just to live abroad for a few months somewhere, I've taken it with me, and it hung in my bedroom, and then later in my study. It's where it is now.
I studied art in college, and there is that strong connection with, Vermeer and my sort of history of art. His quality of light is something which I've really studied and had in the back of my mind. This is a 30 by 40?
Yeah, matted, yeah.
And is this going somewhere, or is this just on standby?
Nope, it was one that got returned, so just,
Okay.
yeah, it's all good.
The morning I photographed the Afghan girl in a refugee camp in Pakistan was like a very ordinary morning. In fact, it was around 11 o'clock, and the light was impossible, very bright, reflecting off the sand. So I was actually looking for a place to work inside, because I knew the light would be softer and I could actually photograph much better effect. So as I was walking through this refugee camp, I heard voices coming from this tent, and it was these young girls chanting in their classroom. So I went up and I went into the tent and asked the teacher if I could look around and maybe take a few pictures.
I woke up one morning and I was lying in bed looking at her, and I was sort of fretting about the book I was working on because it wasn't going well. And I was just looking at her, and I suddenly thought, I wonder what Vermeer did to her to make her look like that. And it was suddenly a revelation. Although I knew a lot about Vermeer, I had never really thought about him except as the painter. I didn't think about him as a man, and it suddenly occurred to me that this painting was not a portrait of a girl, but actually a portrait of a relationship. That what she was looking at, the way she was looking, was reflecting how she felt about him.
My eye was struck by this one particular little girl who had this really amazing kind of face and these really kind of haunted eyes. And I probably had her attention for maybe a minute or two, maybe maximum 3. And she was kind of looking into my lens with this kind of curiosity, because this was the first time in her life she had ever been photographed, and first time she'd ever met a foreigner. So in a way, she was as fascinated with me as I was with her.